blood coming out of his mouth and blood all over the front of his wetsuit.
Officer, that's the guy that attacked me right
don't worry,
there. I didn't even touch you, man. You did, homie. Yeah, you did.
Located on the east end of Newport Beach's Balboa Peninsula is the Wedge. This world-famous boogie boarding and body surfing spot is known for producing waves in excess of 25 feet. Today, warm weather and perfect conditions at the Wedge have brought hundreds to ride the huge waves. However, like any precious natural resource, sometimes there's not enough to go around.
The Wedge being the spectacle that it is, it draws a huge observer crowd down here. And for the most part, people are wanting to have a nice day, watch the surf, and be excited. Occasionally, tempers run high, and people will get into it with each other.
Get the out of here, bro. My way. What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do?
I was on the tower, and initially I broke up the altercation when it just began. The two gentlemen had exited the water and were beginning to fight.
My way,
I just got down here.
Anytime at Wedge, when the surf gets 8 to 10 feet or larger, big egos come out, and when those egos collide into each other, we get fights on the beach and in the water. After that small altercation was separated, the two gentlemen found each other on the back of the beach. One of them threw a punch which knocked the other guy to the ground, and he hit his head on a rock on the way down.
While lifeguard Joseph tends to the victim's bleeding head, lifeguard Bob Maripol arrives on scene and quickly radios for additional police support.
5323 requesting PD for surfer altercation behind the Wedge Tower.
When I drove up, there was a guy who was bleeding from his head. He already had a bandage from the tower guard. The tower guard was treating him.
I didn't even touch you, man. You did, homie. Yeah, you did.
My main concern at that point is to make sure there's no more fighting because we don't need anybody else getting hurt, make sure the lifeguards aren't involved.
Hey, officer, that's the guy that attacked me right there.
They're on.
He had blood trickling down from the top right side of his head, down his face. His nose was bloody. He had blood coming out of his mouth and blood all over the front of his wetsuit.
With Newport Beach police now on scene, the two men involved in the altercation are separated and questioned.
And I didn't hit him, man. Other people hit him. I just was in between the things.
I don't know what happened with each other. I was like, do something, bro. You want to, you're arguing all day. Do something, bro. I'm not scared of you.
Yeah.
You like socked me or did something right here. And I fell on the rocks or something.
People tend to get their adrenaline pumped up and then blood starts flowing and there's only so many waves that come through and it's a very individualized sport. You can't share a wave. Our primary concern down here is public safety. That's in the water, on the beach, and we do whatever we need to do to make sure that people stay safe.